Hello everyone and welcome to the city of Stavanger in Norway and the Gruyère European Championships 2013. It's the first time this city has hosted these championships, although they have been to Norway before, Lillehammer and Oslo, the venues on that occasion. In 2013, we're in the superb Sormark Arena in Stavanger. And our featured game this evening is the 1 versus 2 page playoff, the men's game between Switzerland and the favourites Norway.
We wish the competitors good luck and a fantastic game of curling.
I'm Alison Walker, and alongside me, Kenny Edwards. We'll be bringing you live coverage of this intriguing battle between the top two, and also this game between Scotland and Denmark at 3. Denmark 3 versus 4. The lineups for you this evening: Switzerland, the lead Simon Gempler. Second, the youngster Benoit Schwartz. Third for the Swiss, Claudio Patz. And their skip, Sven Schell. The Norwegians, the lead, Havad Van Pettersen. The second, Christopher Svahn. Their third, Torger Nergard. And the skip, Thomas Ožut.
Well, it's open, it's just...
Looking very relaxed, both teams. An awful lot to play for this evening. And we're at the business end of the championship. And Kenny, who's your money on for this one?
I think you've always got to favour Norway, Alison. They only dropped one game in the round robin. They have defeated Switzerland 8-6. As we take a look at the standings there, you see it. Norway topping the table by one clear victory. France and Finland at the bottom of the table there, just with one win. They'll be relegated to the B division next year.
Not been a good championship for them, but these guys have been there and they've worn the t-shirt, and that's how they got there. I'll let you explain this to everyone, Kenny.
Yeah, it's a page format, so it sort of rewards the teams who finish top of the round robin. They wouldn't play with a conventional semi-final like 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. 1 and 2 play each other for a chance to go direct to the gold medal game. And should you lose, you've got another chance to get to the final in the semi.
So it really pays to win this one. Saves you an awful lot of bother as Switzerland get us underway.
Yeah, I think Switzerland will probably pull the play into the house straight away, with Norway just going right after them.
Havad Van Pettersen, the lead, 29 years old, 16 years a curler, very, very experienced. There's the stone colours for you. Reminders: Switzerland red and Norway the yellows. Simon Gempler, the lead for Switzerland.
Yeah, a little surprised that Norway didn't go with a corner guard in this first end. That's the way they've played throughout the week. They've been very aggressive, managing to get 2 or 3 up early on in the game, and they've just run out eventual winners. So they've not really attacked here in the first end. Maybe just easing themselves into the game.
Benoit Schwartz, the youngest member of the Swiss team. He was the alternate at the World Championships. Progressed to the big team.
Yeah, started the week on the bench. And coming to replace Sandro Trollet. But that was a clean miss, and straight away Norway with a chance to split the house.
Christopher Zwa, the man responsible for those very special trousers that they're wearing, which were launched at the Olympic Games in Vancouver. Become identifiable with the Norwegian team. Some say they have special powers.
Yeah, they really have been. They're a sort of trademark now of Team Norway, Team Olsrud.
Although they were telling me that when Christopher first brought them to their attention, they said, "No way are we wearing these trousers. No way." And now they love it. You got a pair, Kenny?
I don't have a pair of trousers, but I have other attire. Yeah, so it was a missed opportunity from Christopher Sway there. Had a chance to split the house, so Benoit has a chance to redeem himself from his earlier mistake.
When you play a team like Norway, it must be, although the guys know each other really well, after seeing what they've done and what they've achieved, and you're a relatively young, newish team, a formidable challenge, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. Norway probably feel at home in this situation, whereas the Swiss team, it's new ground for them, so they're bound to feel a little nervous. Swiss curling really has dipped in the men's side. Don't know really why. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I think there's been a bit of a lull, and there are some good youngsters, but maybe taking a little while to come through. This is Claudio Pats, born in Zurich, plays out of the Adelboden club. Big tennis fan, likes Roger Federer.
Picked up.
Morgan Ergaard started curling when he was 5.
Yeah, so just one stone in play so far in the first.
Interestingly, playing on one of the outside sheets. Kenny, I wonder what was the decision behind how you select the sheets for various games?
Well, I think they'll also try and stay away from the sheets C and D, because what they'll do is they'll put the finals on there, and should there be
to protect them more than anything.
No, it's just so no one can actually claim that they've had an advantage of playing on that sheet before the other team gets on it, so knowing what stones are doing. But generally the teams will be able to select stones in the playoff stages. They can take maybe some stones from sheet A, sheet C, or sheet E.
So the crowd that's in this evening are right beside the action, on that right-hand side of your screen and behind it. And a sizable Norwegian support, as you would expect. And the cowbells you generally hear are for those cheering on the Swiss. This is Sven Michel, the Swiss skip.
Fortsat. Nej, Gampi, nej. In the goal.
And might have rolled into the house. Maybe not. So Torgen Ergaard, they're holding the brush for Thomas Olsrud.
Here's a rows of play. This time, remember, is 8 ends minimum. In the round robin, it was 6. It's 73 minutes for each team. Still the one coach interaction with the continuation of the timer. Norwegian skip, Thomas Olsrud.
Gjerne vente på linje.
Ja. Kan vente litt, tror jeg.
Over nærmest.
Ja, gå fremme. Gå fremme.
They're trying to get around this red stone, just short of the house. Good effort.
Yep, not far away.
I think Sven Mikkel will be able to see enough just to pick it out the side of the house.
Turte ikke å flørte med mindre is heller der første gang. Det er ganske lik linje som Svasin, ser du. Køler ikke vilt utover der.
Norway do have last stone advantage purely because they finished top of the round robin.
Unusual to see the Swiss at the top competing here. Shows how well they've done in this round robin. Fancied Sweden to be up there, but they're not. So certainly the Swiss here on merit.
Yeah, nice pick there. And I think we'll just see this one thrown away.
Out av den linja.
Yeah, I think Swiss curling's just suffered a little bit of a lull from Ralph Stockley, long time servant of Swiss curling. He's retired from the game now.
I think he is involved with the game at junior level in Switzerland. So he'll probably be working away, trying to get it back up to speed again. So after the first end, it is still Switzerland 0, Norway 0.
Ja, dat is nog fijn.
Yeah, teams get 1 minute interval between each end. Just gives our American camera guys time to reposition themselves.
They're always on the ball though, ready for the action and in the right positions to bring you the best coverage you can possibly get.
Altså worst case.
Every
Ja,
angle
worst
covered.
case, så hopper hvis du rykker den herover i, så sidder du der.
This is the other game. This is Scotland against Denmark
Samme fart som linje.
in the first end.
Du skal lidt mere is. Du skal ramme lidt længere ud end jeg du gør.
Yeah, this is a 3-4 page game. Rasmus Sterne getting off to a great start, beating Scotland in the first game of the round robin. So he's going to probably fancy his chances here against David Murdoch.
Yep, they beat them quite convincingly, 10-6.
God running, gå! Sæt! Sæt, pas!
So Harvey did enough to bump the yellow up. Finds a nice spot in the forefoot. That's going to be really hard to remove. Denmark already sitting 1. Had the chance to sit 2 if they'd just nudged it up into
like there.
the 4.
Yeah.
What do you want? Here.
Think so.
So I think Dave Murdoch already conceding that he's going to lose a 1.
Yep, you wonder how he could get out of that with not losing more than one, to be honest. Okay. We'll get back to that. This is our featured game, though, in the second end. No scoring in the first.
Okay.
Good.
You have Brian Peterson, one of the
Litt opp.
world's best league players. Very rarely shoots below 85% in a game. And that's why he is classed as one of the world's best. Nice hit and roll off the top one and behind the corner.
So yeah, such a solid player, 8 years with the team. And if you've got a good lead, definitely sends you along the right path.
Benoit Schwartz playing out top and take out, just controlled. Something that's changed in the game over the last sort of decade. The ice, I think, has contributed a lot to it. Is the weight that these takeouts are played at. 10 years ago, you would have seen people come down at what they used to call farmer weight, just throw it as hard as they can, peel the stone out. But now you get a lot more control because these guys are spending a lot of time in the gym. They could sweep and hold a stone a lot straighter as they previously could.
Sweeping has really changed the game.
Yeah, so Rasmus, I think, going to try the controlled tap on that long red guard on the right. Back onto the yellow. We'll pay attention to the left-hand side.
Yeah, this last stone.
Just not enough, and it will be a single point for Denmark. They take the lead 1-0 after the first end.
Back to our featured game. Switzerland against Norway. Second stone for Benoit Schwartz.
So it does enough to remove the yellow, but Thomas Olsrud, an aggressive call this, gone around the red stone in the house. This kind of shows how confident these guys are. Generally you would see players just play the hit and that high one, roll away to the side, but they think they can get a nice chance maybe to pick up a 3 in this end if they can get round in behind. This one looks really nice from Christopher. Oh, great shot by Pompey.
And you saw the on and off with the sweeping as well. Just knowing when and where and how long, absolutely key there.
Yeah, Chris, known as Pompey, is a real fan's favourite. Really happy-go-lucky guy.
Very serious about his curling though, and very serious about winning. Claudio Pat's having a long hard look at that
Hvis
there.
du køler opp, prøv å rulle litt langt da.
Han skulle kjappe det. Han skulle lett opp. Ja, han skulle lett dobbelt hvis du kjapper den.
So Torben Ergaard, who played superbly well in the round robin stages.
What about? What about? Yeah. Hard.
Plays the nose hit. I think there might be a double there. Great scrub with the guys keeping that one straight. Really a good crowd in to support the whole nation of Norway this evening. This one needs to curl a long way.
Just misses the second yellow.
Catches Halfstone, rolls round the back. Nudges the yellow even further in behind the guard. Fully buried now. And Norway, second time in this game they've had a chance to split the house.
Give the sheer effort that's going into this. And get it where they, exactly where they want it.
Yeah, I want you that one back of the tee line.
And well separated.
Yeah, that's right, they want a bit of separation between them so there can't be a double. I think this early on in the game you just hit the open one. If you fail to get around and make the freeze perfectly, you could end up giving up 3. Thomas Ulsrud rolling around for playing the touch shots, taps at hack weight and back ring. Really is his strength. Yeah.
So you don't want to give him those kinds of opportunities. He's won a few things in his time in the curling world.
Yeah, for a short period of time, everybody thought he was the bridesmaid because he couldn't quite get over the line and win that gold medal.
Guess it doesn't matter when you win it, as long as you win it.
So Sven Mikkel must be pretty confident in his draw weight if he's calling this. And probably should have swept that one round in behind. So wasn't far away with the weight, but still about the line. So now a chance for Norway hit and roll to the open. Switzerland could be facing losing a 3 here in the second end.
Var ikke hissig finish da. 15 der, rulle senter.
Sa hjemme til han. Rulle senter, så han ikke får frys der igjen.
Ja.
Den er lavere enn vår, ikke sant?
Ja, lavere enn vår. Vi vil helst rulle litt vekk altså, så vi kan få en... Bra fart, 15! Bra fart!
Ja.
Bra fart!
Ja.
15!
Hard.
Again, the guy's working so hard here. Didn't roll much, did it?
That's exactly where he didn't want to sit. Leaves a nice big pocket for Sven Mikkel to go at. Probably would have been better rolling right away to the left-hand side. Tempting Switzerland to play the nose hit.
Nicht länger. Gut so.
Claudio, jetzt darf noch nicht zu viel tappen, sonst kann er einfach Nase wegnehmen.
Fries ist auch gut.
Ja. Noch einmal, ja.
So, chance for Switzerland to get out of trouble.
Fries ist gut, Jungs. He? Aber gleich. Tia! Tia, linje!
Again, sweepers on this. They're going to have to go hard if they're going to get this one past the tight red. Is the weight there? It's not. And a complete miss from Sven Mikkel.
Just when they were given a little window of opportunity as well. He'll be so frustrated at that. And it's back in Norway's favour again. Looking at their three. Cannot afford for that kind of thing to happen against a team like Norway.
Yeah, so I think maybe just a naive tactical call with his first as Pay to any chance he's got of getting a good start in this game.
It's the last stone of this second end, and it should be relatively straightforward for Thomas Osrud.
Easy. Helt vekk. Helt vekk, Håvard. Ingen fare. Ingenting.
So Super standing off this one, and it's going to need to take a seat. Maybe just a little bit too relaxed from Thomas Osrud. Is this going to pull up? It's not. So a missed opportunity from both skips. So it's still a good start for Norway. A 3.
Could it be a misjudgment on the ice?
I think so. I think he was pretty quick going up there to play that shot. Maybe just didn't settle, didn't concentrate.
He knew you had 3 anyway. And not disastrous at this stage for the Swiss. They can't afford too many of those. 3-0 down after the second end. Watching live coverage from the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013. We're live from the Sormark Arena in Stavanger in Norway. Alison Walker and Kenny Edwards bringing you this 1v2 page playoff between Switzerland and Norway. And also updates from 3 and 4. It's Denmark against Scotland. And a great start for Norway. A 3, which should have been 4 in that second end. Tell you, with all the sweeping that's been going on, I wonder if there's any ice left.
Yeah, front end of Norway, great sweepers. Sweeping has really improved over the last sort of decade, as we've said. It's made shots more possible.
Incredible how much further the stone can go and where it can go just because of the sweeping.
Fuck MP.
Good. Tre opp.
Ganske lik linje. 3. Linje bra. Spill safe, det går bra.
Ferguson with great touch.
Tight. Ja, vi kan prøve. Her! Bare gå. Dra den inn. Her! Ja! Ligger bra. Ligger bra. Ja, vi inn nå, 3. Akkurat inn. Overkjøl. Få den inn da. Akkurat inn. Ja, få den inn da. Få den inn da. Ja, vi bare inn. Vi er inn. Bra.
Yeah, maybe threw that one a little hard. Would have liked that one just a couple of feet short of the rings. But does the A job, and that's cover the shot stone in the 4-foot.
Good. dere køler ganske normalt utover, sant?
So, Norway elected to peel off the corner guard, the reason being that red's in behind it, a chance to hide and maybe set up the opportunity to score 2 or 3 back. So that's why they're just going to take that one that's not even in the scoring zone out of play.
Virkelig.
2.
Virkelig, kom het. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Zet lenge uit.
2.
Niet al te laag, hè? Zet aber lenge uit. Oh. Tip! Tia!
Benoit Schwartz just throwing up the corner again.
Goed. Goed, bijna.
Ut prøve den! Nei. Ta en klint, du, Sven! Klint!
Let's look at the other playoff game, 3 versus 4. Scotland and Denmark. Denmark won in the first, into the second end. Guys taking a look at the positioning, the angles.
Yeah, I think they're just having a look to see which is sitting shot. I think if Scotland are sitting shot, they'll just play a cold draw at the 4. Why overcomplicate it and go after a shot if they don't need to? But
Unless they're not sure, not 100% sure.
Virkelig.
Yeah.
Ja.
It kind of looks us, but quite close. That's maybe easier. It's easier, I think it's easier throw too. Yeah, you got...
Tia!
Coming in,
Dave Ruddock still having a chat about it.
Goed, bijna.
Red.
looks to have laid this one quite nicely. And it will be a score of 2 to Scotland. They take the lead 2-1 over on sheet B.
Let me noise.
Good, guys.
Yeah.
Great, man.
Norway trying to build something here, get something back after losing the 3 in that second end.
Yeah, so Switzerland will just try and continue to throw the corner guard for a couple more stones, and then they might make a play on the yellow that's in the 8-foot.
Ace! Ace! Spot!
Ja, Tia, kom het.
Wow, vent guard, wow! Wow, wow, wow!
Let's try. Up them logo.
Wow!
Then after logo.
Tia! Tia! Oh,
Wow!
what?
It's quite a long guard, but probably still going to force Norway to pull the takeout on it.
Nå kan du gå til shotten, da.
Jeg kan ikke det. Jeg ser...
Ja, så du kan ikke ta garden igjen. Få en dobbeltvinkel. Thomas er nødt til å få en dobbel, altså. Ta den, Vidåger! Han kan ikke la være å legge på en dobbel.
Tror du det er det smarte valget?
Yeah, I think this is a sensible call,
Vi
Alison.
drar inn og han slår på den.
Can't get yourself in any trouble if you peel this off.
Gjør det.
En. Ja. Bra.
And that's exactly what they've done. From what you've seen of Norway this week, have you seen them under any
Nee, dat is veel tijd.
real pressure so far?
Goed zo.
We did see them lose last night to Scotland, but it was kind of nothing game. They already knew they were in the 1-2 game. Scotland already knew they were in the 3-4 game, so it's kind of non-event. They both are a bit of a laugh and a joke. Dave Murdoch did have to play a draw to the 4 to win the game. But kind of just seemed as if Norway really weren't fired up for it.
So I'm wondering if teams are not putting them under pressure, whether just continue to go about their business methodically. Switzerland can just get back into this and put them under some pressure, see how they react. They are a quality team with lots and lots of experience, and it does count at this level.
Yeah, it sure does. Chance for Thomas Olsrud to play this double. Has he made it? He has.
Yep, the crowd enjoyed that one.
Bit of fancy footwork from Christopher Svei there.
A few flags flying about, matching the trousers. This was a crowd pleaser. Would it stay in? Would it go out? He's trying to gather his breath now. Switzerland have to build again. I'd like to have got that a little bit further over. They get rid of the yellow.
So I think Switzerland can take a couple of positives from this end. They've created a chance for two. Although Thomas Olsrud's played a nice double. They can maybe take one of the opportunities, force a one, then take another opportunity. They can get the score back level through 5 ends. Fully expect Switzerland to blank, trade last stone advantage. That's exactly what's done, and no score in the third end.
Solid enough end for Switzerland. They won't be too concerned at this stage. Score remains the same. Very relaxed Norwegian team. They have their 3-0 lead after 3.
Ikke så fan av å dra garden, men det er bedre. Brattesen på banen. Ligger fint. Easy. Strønke linje her i det glatte. Vi kan slukke litt før midt mellom. Ser ikke lang ut nå.
Du er helt nede på topp 8.
Den er litt high.
Vi er topp 8 med
Kører litt
god
over.
margin.
13,9, det ser ut som T-line.
Nei!
Linje, score!
Nei!
It's a gun and linje, score! Gun and field! Ja, kom het.
Ja.
This one. Out with the persuaders to try and get it over the hog line.
Inn, ja! Inn! Inn der!
Sneppet tregere her, synes jeg.
Again, I think they might see Norway just throw this one into the house rather than short, because the first yellow that Howard Van Peterson played is behind the tee, 87% for Howard. As we said, he's never usually below 85.
One of the top leads in this whole competition, one of the top leads in the world. Those kind of stats. And that's kind of why.
Der finner de koet.
Det er fri.
Ja.
Ok.
Skal det på 60.
Fifth!
6!
Ny lang.
6!
Fifth,
Achtung!
six.
Fifth,
no
yeah.
fifth.
Whoa!
Snu vekk lang.
Freeze! Tia!
Ingen koet.
Tia, linje! Tia! Tia! Go!
Frøken.
It's a nice freeze in there, but you fully expect Mr. Persuade to be arcade enough to peel it out of there.
Yep. Ren. 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 Bra så.
And picks it cleanly. And as we said, really is a fan's favourite.
Yep. They're waiting for his every shot and enjoying it. Never in doubt. As clean as a whistle.
Tia! Tia, linje! Fifth! Lenge!
Vier.
Oh! Lenge! Lenge! Switcher!
5.
Switcher!
Ingen styrt.
Tia! Tia! Come on! Go!
So this one, although it is a little short of the yellow, it is kind of awkward for Norway to remove it.
Den bak, rulle bak egen.
Ja, krise det så lenge du kommer på innsida. Samme fart. Sånn is. Kjapp holder akkurat. Hold lavt er beste.
Still what they're going for, isn't it?
Du er en har mindre.
I think they're actually trying to take this one the opposite way, trying to take it over the face, just with the ice it's given.
Yep.
86% for the tournament for Christopher. And must have been inside with that one. The Norwegian's not great, but he said he tucked that one in, I think. Yeah, maybe just
Turned it too far.
yeah, just not as accurate as we've seen this week.
Tia!
5.
Well, Schwartz is 83%, so he's been pretty steady in the games he's played.
Oh! Is here. Kijk, emotional. Stia! 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 Go. Come it! Winter! Good so.
So, it does get in behind. It's a question now, do Norway go after the one in behind or do they hit the open one?
Karting! Det er en karting, ja. Ok. Tror det. Tror noe sånt. Jeg må jobbe for å få to.
Electing to go after the open one.
Good numbers for Torgen Ergaard, Kenny, 91%.
Harre! Vant! Hard! Ja! Vant! Harre! Hard!
Great shot by Torga. But
goes a bit further than he would have wanted.
yeah, I think the way he played it probably deserved a better result.
Make me noise.
Good.
So look at the 3v4 again and give you an update. Scotland 2-1 up. Third end. It's Denmark with the last stone. As was Sojourner. You can see where it's heading towards that red. The one there for Denmark. Here the red, and they've squared things up after 3. Scotland 2, Denmark 2.
Good.
Yeah, Switzerland pursuing around the corner guard.
Tjoft ligger høyere til.
Den samme.
I think probably now is the time to
Prøv sammenslaget.
hit that red, maybe check in behind.
Det blir kanskje dumt.
Jeg tror det er bedre å slå og ligge 3 nå.
Der, hvis han skal fryse på det da, sitter vi 1-2 da, kan vi prøve å fryse opp på. Ok.
Jeg liker ikke så godt å rulle den veien der. Han kommer kanskje å fryse over der da.
Ja. Gå over nesa, 15.
Da blir han nødt til å begynne å jobbe der inne da.
Ja, vet jeg, men...
Kjempe da, vi har masse
Du
tid.
har akkurat spilt der.
Det ligger ganske mye høyere, det blir ganske stor avstand her uansett, så kommer
It's early in the game, teams do have a coach interaction, but just can ask Torga up to talk through this shot.
Han skal få jobbe litt for det da, for det er sant du, selv om du skjerper.
Det som du gjør, du skjerper og fryser han, det er det som skjer da.
Ja.
Og så må du fryse opp og sånt, og da har du egentlig gående da.
Ja, det har du. Men det er litt sent, og hva skjer da? Så slår vi ruller der. Ok.
Så fryser han.
So they're talking about playing the hack weight round the long guard,
Letteste slaget er å slå den opp med.
chipping the yellow out the side of the house and rolling into the top of the floor.
Den forrige.
Ja, du gjør kanskje samme nytta. Slå den. Hit. Prøv da! Prøv å rulle foran. Spill samme slaget.
So they're talking about
Hans neste
barrier
kål er
weight.
å legge den i haugen der. Jeg tror det er bedre kål å slå i midten uansett, selv om vi gjør den her. Jeg tror det, altså.
Ja, du vil ikke rulle opp på egne da.
I kind of agree with Thomas here, just hitting
Jeg tror ikke det blir noe bedre.
Det blir ikke
open
trippel da.
maybe roll to
Det blir
the
jævlig fint hvis du ruller 4
left as we look at the
Ja, men det er mye vanskeligere slag.
shot now.
Ja, men jeg har akkurat spilt ut.
Everyone involved though.
Hvis ikke
Over
klarer å
nesa!
rulle helt perfekt da, så gjør den
Da fryser han i lomma.
fryseren der, så si at du har rullet foran den røde der da. Så har du ikke dobbelen av den andre der heller. Skjønner det.
Jeg mener vi skal slå og ligge 3, altså.
Det er sånn som det er. Da tror jeg ikke jeg ser på noe mer enn 2.
Ja, da skal han jobbe for 2. Kjapt da, ikke krise!
15 eller?
Ja,
Ser ikke ut som veldig mye is altså.
ta mer da.
Ta litt til! Det er med å koste, jeg tror ikke det der er mye heller.
So have they decided? They have.
Yeah, they're going to make a play in the open one.
Hele veien.
Han løs! Hard! Bort! Hard! Aldri av! Aldri av! Hardt for å bli liggende! Hardt! Hardt! Hardere!
Oh, great shot by Torgen Ergaard.
Kjempeløs på 15.
He got what he deserved there, certainly.
Jeg rulla ikke noen god spot.
Rolled exactly to the right spot after the hit.
Greit, det der. Nå kan jeg dra etter ute. Bra. Det der ble perfekt.
Sweeping helped a bit as well.
Sterklig
Goes
høyre.
behind that other red.
Sterklig høyre.
Ja, die
Nice
sind
shot.
gleich hoch. Da springen Sand, die höher.
Fries.
Hier wäre gut, oder?
So now some debate in the Swiss camp.
Fries
Da
ist
sind
einfach
wir
mehr
sicher schon mal
spatzig.
second.
Fries ist einfach mehr spatzig.
Ja, hier musst... Das ist ja hier gut.
So I liked him to come around the guard. I think I might play a freeze up against the two yellows on the open side. Norway would probably waste a stone trying to move you around. Then you'd be able to go after the one round behind the corner.
Claudio Pats, he's had a good tournament as well. 83% for the Swiss third.
So this is a real key shot in this fourth end. How's the weight? Is it going to slip too far? It is. Norway's still got to be pretty cautious here.
Hvis han får dobbelen der, da.
It might actually be better just peeling that red that's just been played.
Må kanskje helt ned.
Jeg tror det må I hvert fall hit da.
If they play the freeze, they might set up a triple or a quadruple, or hit and roll across. If they are going to play this, it needs to be right back against the red.
Så bit. Han må gjøre det perfekt.
Hvor vil du ha is?
Remember these guys thinking
Ja, det holder.
2 or 3 shots beyond this.
Femmeren, jeg tror vi må
Could or
nesten, vi
couldn't
sitter
happen.
2, men jeg tror nesten vi må helt ned der, for hvis vi stopper litt kort, men vi vil ikke være lang og bounce heller, altså. Bare ned der, hvis vi stopper for...
Fries skal helt ned.
Ja.
Hvis vi får linje, så kan vi stoppe her da, men hvis vi ikke har linje, så må vi helt ned.
Må gjemme innsida, mener du? Gjemme innsida. Nei, men jeg tenker...
So they're asking what happens if they're heavy.
Sikte på T-line først.
Så ruller shooteren over til foran de andre, hvis vi stopper høyt da. Tror du hva jeg mener?
Altså, det er ikke bra å være klippen.
Nei.
So great communication between
Okay, så foran 10
the
primært.
front end and the skip.
T-line, 3 blank.
Really want to know and understand exactly what's going to happen. If he throws it light or heavy, if the line's a little bit off.
Hold da.
Har ikke linje ennå.
Hold da.
Ok, 6-7.
Skutt på fart, foreløpig.
Det er ganske glatt, men det var
Svar i så fall, ikke må gå.
6.
Da går det.
Så må gå nå. Ok, ja.
Rimet på. 6. Kom igjen, dere får det helt ned.
7.
So 6 is just back 8 foot weight.
Well, the crowd are clapping. I'm not quite sure that's the end result, what they wanted.
I think they probably wanted that another foot further. Like you say, like I said earlier, if they come down and catch around 3/4 to half stone, they might be able to get the triple or quadruple.
Det rollt nachher rauf, vermutlich.
Knapp von da.
Er muss ein bisschen schräg, sonst kann er den Nassen abspielen. Er muss gegen aussen ganz wenig schräg sein.
Du musst einfach noch 2 können machen irgendwie.
Ja, gegen ihn kannst du nicht, sonst kann er
Ja, wir
einfach
müssen aber von hier
wegfliegen.
spielen, oder?
You see from
Yeah,
above
four times
what they're
up.
looking
Ja,
at.
Jetzt da nicht hure her. Ich muss bis aussen 12 muss ich
I
das
think
mal.
it's worth a risk coming down and catching half of the yellow. Trying to lift the double off the top of the other red.
And the other yellow goes too.
Yeah. But maybe just electing to play the freeze. Looking at the ice, it's been called by this one.
Ganz careful, T-line.
Freeze.
Freeze T-line, oder?
Hä? Freeze ist...
Hinter 4.
Ja.
80 Minuten.
85 Minuten.
Shell, accuracy 81%.
Linjer squat,
He's had a
linjer
good week.
squat.
Wow. Linjer
Linjer
squat.
super.
4 puss.
10.
Freeze.
Nå lenger. 10. 10.
Super's going to have to go really hard if they're going to get this one right back onto it.
10. 10.
Tia,
Go.
come it, Jones. Ja, stay saying this.
So that's just a couple of stones that we've seen from Sven Mikkel come up light.
Yep, they've been short, haven't they? Mixture of ice, of who knows,
Hvor lettest for å komme dit?
and well light as well, not even...
Tror du da må vi liksom flørte med den ganske mye da?
They have had opportunities.
Jeg så en hackfart nedover her I stad.
Ja, men vi kan jo curle helt hit, da.
Ja.
Bare hvis
Men
bare
jeg
litt.
tror nesten at vi kan like gjerne stoppe her og la
Ja,
tappe.
det er Chapman han spiller uansett.
Det er fordel at vi sikter på her, ja.
Ja.
Han har ikke noe slag for 2 hvis han ser innsiden av den.
Right on
Jeg
the centre
tror den
line,
der dør, altså.
in behind, top of
Ser
the
ikke at han
forefoot
skal
would be
få
the
den. Det
call.
er greit
å sperre den nå, Torgeir. Passe på det,
Få med
så han ikke ser
seg
innsiden.
den der ut og doble på de to.
Jeg virker søkt for henne. Der. Ikke noe mer. Sikt på det her området her, da.
Ok, så nære til 8 fot er greit. Vil du ha litt til, eller?
Nei.
Greit.
Du spilte der, Håvard. Jeg vet ikke alltid når du går
Electing
innenfor
to through the top 12 guard on the intern.
Jeg spilte jo egentlig ikke der.
Nei, men den skal ikke være I spill, den røde
Make
her nå, da.
it pretty easy for Sven Mikkel to
Få
come down
steppe
and
mindre, Torgeir! Ikke vi går I den røde der.
draw to the
Hva det meste vi kan
back
være?
yellows for the single point.
Beste akkurat forbi den.
Ja, Bite 4 jo ideelt, da. Så jeg er litt
3 blank, og så holder dere den varm. Ok?
Ja.
%86% for Thomas Olsrud.
Linja bra. 5. Linja gull.
Linja helt
Linja
fin.
der.
Linja bra.
Deres.
Kosten og nede.
Bare 4.
Kosten og nede.
Deres. Bare gå. Her. 3, 4. 4. Her.
Vi tar 4 beste.
Her. Kom igjen, gutter. Kom igjen. Fortsett. Kom igjen.
Gosh, they squeezed so much out of that stone there.
Yeah, finds a nice spot. And I think, looking at that ice, he might be playing the tap on the red. Be interesting to see. Yeah, I think that's maybe what he's calling with that ice.
Well, his last stone play at the back of his mind in terms of how he throws it, and judging the ice.
Maybe we'll soon find out.
Last stone of this fourth end. Switzerland hoping to get something out of their efforts in this end.
Go.
Oh, nice shot by the skip.
It worked out for them. Looks like it is the red one. It is the red. And the Swiss have a point. They have their number on the board. And after 4 ends, we are now Switzerland 1, Norway 3.
Hey, guard, huh? Face nas 2. We hebben altijd etwas Risiko.
Wenn die Benzine hoch ist, kannst du mit dem zweiten von hinten 4 kommen.
Ah, ja.
Wenn er tief ist, kannst du freezen.
Ja, dan ben ik eens gescoord af.
Litt sånn kanskje halv 8 fot, da. Så glir den en stein halvannen lenger. Det er fint, du får jobba den ganske langt. Fint. Ja, egentlig jævlig fin is nå.
Ja. Sorry. Får følge litt med.
Ja.
So the guy's just about to get underway.
Switch it.
Try, no try.
Yeah.
Fifth end of this European Championship. Page playoff game between 1 and 2, Switzerland and Norway. There's the numbers so far. That pretty good 3, which was almost 4 in the second end for Norway. Switzerland hanging in there, picking up 1 in the fourth. They have had the odd opportunity though to get more out of this.
Once again, a great draw from Haber van Petersen.
Sterling.
5.
Sterling.
Swiss lead.
Hände 4. Hände 4 då.
Simon Kempler.
Stia! Stia! Stia linje, Fabrik! Stia!
Nearly a perfect shot there. Tried to squeeze it past the yellow, but it just caught the edge and rolled to the top of the 4.
Pop over to the other sheet for a second and have a look at the playoff between Scotland and Denmark. 3v4, it's 2-all. It's last stone in the fourth end.
Yeah, Denmark and Rasmus Sterna lying 2, so Dave Burdock being forced to draw the forefoot. Super's just holding off this one. Looks pretty good at the moment.
See it coming round now. Is it going to be too heavy?
Good.
Score of 1 for Scotland. They take the league once again, 3-2 after 4 rounds.
Good. Okay. Oh, there he goes. Yeah,
Back to the 1v2. Switzerland and Norway. We're in the fifth end here. And also just asking Christopher Svei to remove that red one.
Yeah, Norway with last stone advantage here in the fifth. They'll look to score more than that single point. And if they can't, they'll try and keep that last stone going into the sixth end. It's end before the break, so it'd be a nice end for Switzerland if they could maybe just pick up a steal and narrow the gap to 1.
Psychologically, that's quite important. Although there are enough ends after that to try and get it back, but against Norway, it's tough.
Jeg tror det er kult litt.
So Christopher Svei with the peel once more.
Hva har han for noe? Jeg vet ikke hva han har, Fryse bak der, skli av på innsida. Får ikke shot nå.
Second out, kant.
Ga zo vinden, goal.
Oké. Go zo.
Oké.
Not sure if they've called centre guard or the draw to the back one.
40.
Centre guard would surely be the better option.
Hack.
Tia!
Tia.
Yeah, I'm going for the back red, but this one is over curled.
Oh, gelijk, is goed. Oké.
Just struggling a little bit in this page
Page
1-2. Maybe the occasion getting to this young side.
It's a team that's only been together a couple of years.
Men ganske ærlig denne her. Ren!
And excellent shot from Torgen Ergaard. Pistol.
He has had a great game so far. And for Skip, knowing that you've got a guy like that in your team that can make those kind of shots, it makes your job that little bit easier at the end.
Yeah, Torger himself, an accomplished skip. A few seasons ago, had to skip this team. In fact, at the World Championships, when Thomas Ulsrud was at home, and managed to get all the way to the final, but just couldn't defeat Canada, and eventually picked up the silver medal.
It was quite a performance from Torger in that particular event.
Ja, dan moest hij
But just pipped by the Canadians.
Gå in.
Yeah, so Norway sitting 3. Switzerland are going to have to bail out.
Tia! Ball! Tia! Oh! Fuck again, Pinoca. Oh.
Doesn't manage to get rid of 2 yellows, just a single one. Puts a bit more separation between the yellows that are in play.
Yep, not the worst result for Switzerland.
Ikke veldig lett over da.
Jo, det blir det uansett.
Hvis du ruller den veien, så det bedre vel.
Da blir dommeren der lett.
Ja.
Ja, prøv det da.
Ja. I verste fall så tripler han, og så får vi blanka.
Få vatta 15. Da det 15 da. Det køl her. Det var vann på alle 5. Fram bak. Bop. Yep. Rent.
So controlled weight takeout, bumper, as they would call it, over the pond. He's going to push this one through.
I'm sure they're watching and listening to our coverage on their phones there, enjoying it. Nicholas Edin. See the jackets, the yellow and blue of Sweden. Coaches and players enjoying the action, also the Czech Republic enjoying the action, and Turkey, one of the newer nations into the world of curling, the big curling family extending year on year.
Wow. No, nee.
I don't like the sound of this one.
Okay.
Does move two of them though.
Doesn't look completely content though, does he? Doesn't seem a little bit out of sorts, Sven.
Ellers må vi bedømme den jævlig høyt, da.
I think he'll just be a little disappointed. Haven't managed to control any of the ends at all.
Tida bedre, Thomas. Nei, så.
Haven't managed to force Norway to play any really difficult shots. Norway doing the basics really well.
Vi skal stoppe
Playing shots, so you've got a little bit of room for error. Whereas Switzerland playing the more higher difficulty shots.
Litt mer is da, hvis du skal dypt. Du kørte ganske bra ut der i dag. 3 blank?
Ja.
Det er så dumt hvis jeg kommer utenfor der. Så sender du tidlig.
Jeg tror dette er den isen vi hadde i stad her. Kom her. Stikk på T-line!
Here's the timer, Kenny.
T-line!
13-14 are we looking at?
Yeah, I think we'll be looking at about 14 and a half in about there.
Jeg tror jeg bare høyt.
Just depends how slicker man is on the clock watch.
Ja, vi kan må safe litt.
14-7, he's not bad.
Nei, ok, ta den her da.
So it's fairly quick out there.
Høyt, så er det bedre å legge en halvmeter inn.
Ja da. Er ikke det jeg prøver på? 3 til 4.
Jeg synes jeg skal prøve det. Han tog inn. Inn.
Ja.
I fully expect them to be going for the double with this one. Can't really afford to give up 2 here in 5.
Yeah.
So throwing the heat.
Whoa.
And as he made it, just sneaks over the top. You can see the disappointment from Sven Mikkel.
It's 2 or 3 like that now, whereas the Norway team have always made all of theirs.
Just catch too much of the yellow. An inch less would have been perfect.
And he knows it.
Really is going to be a struggle for Switzerland should Norway manage to capitalise on that mistake. So, final stone of the 5th end. Thomas Oswood, can he make amends for a missed draw in the 2nd end?
The crowd clapping as it eases its way to the button. Round of applause for an end well played again by Norway. They extend their lead with a 2 there. After 5 ends, Switzerland 1, Norway 5.
A real positive start from Norway.
Not really been pushed though, have they? It's been fairly straightforward for them.
Yeah, it has been fairly straightforward, Alison.
Time for the Swiss to reassess though in the break as we head to the 5th end of the other game going on in the arena, the 3 versus 4 between Scotland and Denmark.
We're better here, Mike's side, because he's got the double, like, you know.
So Scotland sitting 2 in the 4-foot.
Top 12 if we can.
So Dave Murdoch,
We
Scotland's
got room. Definitely room. Scotland only.
main hope,
Yep, we got
and Great Britain's main hope for the Olympics in Sochi.
We look all there.
Yep, they are expected to be there or thereabouts, as are
Yep. On.
Norway, one or two other teams as well.
And actually ends up in a spot that means a triple isn't there.
I quite like that. Another one's going over.
That's exactly what Dave Murdoch says. He likes it. So I think this one will just be absolutely tramping from Rasmus Sterner to remove
as much as he can.
Two of the reds and roll himself and give up one.
Still a bit of a lottery, this shot, isn't it?
You've got to watch that you don't put too much weight in it and only pick the one of them. So yeah, picks two of them, and it's going to be a steal for Scotland.
Yep, I think the Scots will be pleased with that end result in that end.
Yeah, Scotland forced a single point in the fourth, so a nice steal in 5, extends the lead to 2.
As they head into their break.
Yeah, all right.
Reassessment, chat about what's happened so far.
Switzerland, Norway, feature game. Thomas Olsrud here in the second end. Chance to draw the house to pick up 4. But just through this one a little heavy, and it would only be a score of 3. Fourth end. Norway in a real commanding position. Sven Mikkel having to play a tap on the red top of the forefoot. And played it really delicately and just as enough to pick up the single. The score was 3-1 after 4 ends. The fifth end, a nicely played end by Norway, left Thomas Olsrud with the chance to draw the house for a 2, which was duly made. So after 5 ends, it's Norway 5, Switzerland 1. So as we've seen, Scotland leading 4-2 over Denmark.
Their feature game just about to get back underway. There's the playoff format for you again. The winners of 1v2 go straight to the final. Designed to give everyone a chance, but to reward those who do well in the round robin. And I guess there won't be too much chat about what to do next in the Norway camp, Kenny, because everything is going pretty smoothly for them.
Yeah, it's going really smoothly for Norway. They have Pal Trulsen as coach now. And being a former Olympic champion, I think he'll be able to come down and give them a few words of wisdom at half-time.
And that's a pretty good start for the game from Simon Gempeler. 98.
Yes, good.
Ja, stru.
Ingen så god. John Gempi.
Good.
%90% for Peterson as well. What about the Swiss camp? What will have been said during the break there?
I think they'll have said, let's just go for it. They're 4 down, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to throw a double corner guard. As we take a look at the stats. Main difference being the hits down there, 79 for Switzerland, 94 for Norway.
Go for it, you reckon? Their set-up play certainly looks as if that's what they have in mind.
Yeah, so 2 corner guards on. Norway just going to peel these. Christopher Svei just a little lower than you'd expect at 75%. And just misses the double.
That would have been a bonus.
You can see Christopher's a little disappointed that he didn't get rid of both of these. That just shows you the calibre of these players. They expect to make everything out there.
Well, that confidence comes with winning and belief, and it's all in that big pot of sports psychology.
Nice.
Confidence in your teammates. There you get some idea of the sweeping, the effort that goes into it.
Go. Good. Sit up.
So probably a better chance to make the double off this one.
Samme som I sted, da. Eller det vi traff I stad.
I think it's around half stone. Just couldn't quite make it. Can't afford to completely miss it though. So.
Ja, wenn der Nase nimmt er einfach Guard weg.
Sind wir auf dem Zweier?
Hä?
Sind wir auf dem Zweier?
Ja, dann müssen wir Guarden nehmen. Dann kann er so schießen. 10.
So just elected to bump one of these yellows through, try and roll in behind the corner. There's a couple of options. You could play the draw around in behind the corner yourself, or just bump these back a tee right on the nose. So there's a few options with this one.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe a little bit much weight played at that.
Pila den I huset. Du spiller med vanlig, eller skal bare ta den vekk?
Nei, så skal jeg greit å bli liggende.
Ja, vanlig da.
Ja.
Utrulla helt, det ikke krise. Bra fart. Yep.
100% accuracy for Torgen Ergaard. He's been absolutely spot on everything he's done in this game. Takes that one out cleanly.
Yeah, didn't want to really hang around behind tee.
%, for Claudio Pats. Still good.
Whoa!
Sehr kurz aus.
Nicht so lang.
Vor 8 ist gut. Warte noch ein bisschen. Zieh. Ja. Go, ist gut.
Zieh.
Komm mit! Zieh! Go,
So you see the sweeper on the right. He's closest to the stone because that's the way he wants to curl. He's pushing the stone, his momentum's dragging that stone in behind. You'll see players switch. And you can generally steer a stone with your sweepers. It's quite an interesting fact about curling.
To do with what you do with the broom on the ice and the sweep of the broom, the pressure of the broom, momentum.
Yeah, it's to do with velocity and force. It's quite kind of technical. There's been a few reports done on it over the years. A few different theories.
Certainly changed days from the old corn brooms and various other things, implements that have been used to sweep.
Yeah, the corn brooms were actually outlawed after a few dubious decisions from some Canadians a few years ago. But we'll not go into that, Alison. It might upset some of our viewers.
Suffice to say that the equipment now is an awful lot better and a lot more, well, it's much fairer all round.
Det som farlig med å la han ligge der, da, at han kan få til etterpå. Han slår der.
It's made for some entertaining curling.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's improved the game a lot.
Ja, det er det jeg mener. Da gjør han jo sånn, da. Og så ligger han i en halvfrys.
Ja, så ligger han i en halvfrys, men da ligger det med en foran her, da.
Jeg skjønner det.
Og så kan du slå den som er der, pile ut den, og så må han gjøre et eller annet slag for to.
Ja. Vanskeligste toeren hans, hvis du legger den her.
Det må nesten være utenfor ringene, da.
Tight guard. For det der blir aldri bra. Du sklir av selv, så får han dobla, så får han en toer. Jeg tenker meg bare spille vant.
Well, just looking at this one, Switzerland have got one in between the two yellows. They're thinking about throwing the guard, forcing Switzerland to make a play on the guard, maybe drive it back.
Hva synes dere?
I tilfelle så må du flytte den der, da.
Har du noen tips?
Nei, Thomas.
Skal du legge den i midten? Ja, ok. Ja.
I actually like coming down just at controlled weight on the nose.
Hvis du gjør den, spiller den der med
I think that's what Torga's like, and you control the top of the forefoot area then.
Sitter han toer der.
Although you'd sit first and maybe third shot, you would be able to have a fly at at least one of the reds with your second shot. Norway can play the scoreboard. Sacrificing a 2 here in the sixth end really isn't going to hurt you.
Ja, men det er ikke noe poeng at den blir liggende. Den kan like den gå ut. Kom igjen, Louis. Sett og vis til meg. Det er poeng at shooteren blir liggende. Myk hack. Ja. Nesten opp til nese, ikke sant? Hår høyt. Ja. Myk hack, da klarer jeg ikke før han kommer over senter, da. Klønt å rulle litt.
Du kan gå innan hvis du vil.
Nei. Klønt å rulle litt. Bare 3 spillerne. Trent til slutt. Myk hack. Okay.
Yeah, so just looking for the nose of this one.
Bra linje.
Bra linje.
Hold i gang.
Ja. Hardt. Helt inn. Aldri slipp. Aldri slipp.
Great sweeping from Christopher Svei. Excellently executed by
That's
Thomas
just what they
Ulsrud.
wanted there. Perfect position.
Det ble det beste. Takk for tipset.
Ja, det heter noe for himmel.
The delayed reaction with the clapping there.
Yeah, Thomas actually asked for a round of applause.
And it was a good shot.
Es wäre gut, wenn da noch ein bisschen anschlägt. Das macht vielleicht.
Ja, mit 12
schlägt vielleicht ein bisschen an.
nicht raus, oder? Mit 12 mag er
Ja, muss einfach gesurrt werden.
Schnell soll ich den spielen.
12,5. 12,5. So.
12, muss ich fast 12 fragen, dass wir schauen auf den zum Weg und da raus. Vielleicht brauchen wir so. Noch ein bisschen mehr? Nein, ist gut.
Is er egal wat makkelijkst uit te indrukken aan de
12.
kant voor ons?
Ja.
What's the best Switzerland can hope for here, Kenny?
The best they can really hope for is come down and maybe check the yellow Thomas Wilson's blade. Maybe just tap the red back a few inches and hope for the angles to be favourable.
So the end could do with pulling something out of the bag here.
So just need to move the red that's in the forefoot, maybe a foot at most.
Jesus.
So that one, I think they knew it was going to under curl, sorry, so they tried to sweep it and hold the shooter in behind the corner guard.
Not had the best of luck either, have they?
No, so close to making a nice shot. What they could have done is just picked the yellow, rolled in behind the corner.
Stavanger reaction. It wasn't far away.
Jeg liker at du treffer hallen nesten.
Du er sikker på at den ikke sitter der?
Jeg tror ikke det ikke der, tror jeg.
Som en kjapp så går den jo nesten nå, Torger.
See that red stone clearly out of play.
You can see the two types of granite in the stone there.
Vi spilte en stil her, så den første som satte bra. Det gikk ganske rett. Ja, det gikk ganske rett, ikke sant? Og Torger spilte en manetekno som gikk ganske rett. Ja. Når du glemmer det, så var du får følge den røde, da. Veien ut.
So Thomas Olsrud, 100% in his 3 hits. Surprisingly elected to play the field in this. But when you're as accurate as he is, it doesn't really matter what shot you play.
Ja, den var følge den ut.
Okay.
So Switzerland just said clearing there, so I expect they're just going to blank this end.
Blank the end and keep the last stone advantage.
1 point really just isn't enough in this 6th end.
Blank this and hope for a better score in the next. That's exactly what they've done. So things as they were in the previous end. So we check on the other game in the arena. Denmark against Scotland. Skip stones. Already flying one.
Det er meget vildt, den anden måde at stoppe, ikke? Fordi faren nærmest ligger på den der. Det er godt tænkt. God ændring.
They get the two there, the Danes, so they level things up, and after 6, Scotland 4, Denmark 4. Tight game there. Decent crowd here enjoying the action. Plenty of support for this team. And Norway playing well within their capabilities. 5-1 ahead into the 7th end. And really, Switzerland have to make an impression in this end, Kenny, don't they?
Yeah, expect Switzerland to go all out here to try and score.
Zwei.
Zwei. Sieht nicht so lang aus.
Gut, Länge. Länge ist gut.
Vier. Oh. Deine ist gut. Gut, Kenti.
And again, as we've seen so far in this game, when Norway don't have last stone, they're throwing one top of the four and a tight one, whether it be right in on top or just short of the house.
Ligger litt videre nå.
Ja, det gjør ikke noe. Linja er bra.
Full åtte.
Linja er helt fin.
Sprøke linje.
Ta en tid.
Ligger bra.
Stand foran.
Easy. Kom og spill. Bra Gustav. Bra. Nydelig over.
Okay. Deine ist gut.
Ja. Stop. Good question.
So, end 7, probably going to pan out a little bit like the 6th end. Norway just going to try and keep it clean. Switzerland are going to try and get some garbage out wide and hope for a mistake, maybe a hit and roll in behind the corner guard, which would allow the play to be dragged in around behind the guard.
The Swiss have to make sure of their own shots.
Yeah, Switzerland haven't played badly. They've just maybe had one bad end, which was in the second, but I think that's Christopher Sve's miss for the game. Generally, you do get maybe one or two misses out of Christopher. Just lapse of concentration. It's the only criticism I would have about his play. Takes his eye off the ball a little.
T-line.
Nein, 70. 70 ist doch gut.
Not a disaster though for Norway. Just shifted that red.
Oh, Claudia. Oh, Claudia, stay.
6. 5.
Läng aus. Muss ganz hindern, sonst ist er ganz offen. Ja.
Nein, nicht.
Nochmal. Go. Kommt. Okay.
Yeah, that one finds a nice spot. The reason they want to go back tee is if they throw that top tee, it's hard to get another one in behind. So want to get good separation between the short stone in behind that Thomas is going after and the long guard.
Og dragning kanskje fra senter og så ut.
Dragningene gikk ganske ærlig, altså.
Jeg tror litt mer hack, ja.
Hæ?
Jeg tror det spiller litt mer hack.
Okay.
Well, just a controlled hack weight takeout.
You're very good at Norwegian, Kenny, I have to say.
I have been told this in the past, Alison. I think probably spending a lot of time with these guys through juniors. I used to compete against Christopher and Howard for a number of years, and you do generally pick up what they're saying.
I'll give you a few tips.
Strøken fart.
Jeg synes det er pilen min ned dit og hit, så drar
Så vekk,
dit her, for du dro den ingenting. Ja, den der var bra satt, bare var helt fri.
You see this one coming down, nice delicate weight. Pushing the redstone through, rolling to the gap in between the guard and the yellows.
Track 2.
The Swiss still have those two guards, they have some options. Sense still open for them.
So Benoit just looking to push these back, maybe sit right on the nose. That one didn't curl enough. I think Norway will be able to see around half stone of this. I'll probably play this one at hit weight, Alison, and if they do catch the guard, they would remove it from play, the guard, and open up the red at the back. And should he slip past, they'll pick the red in the house.
Yep, either way it's a win-win almost.
Switzerland looking good for scoring 2 here. And a little surprised they took it in that hand, Alison. Reason being, they could have slipped past on the in-turn down that side of the sheet. Picked the red at the back 12.
Jeg trodde det gikk veldig rett der.
Ja.
Could do this working out for them this time.
Okay. What's up?
Just not finding the right spot with their takeouts in this game.
The pace and the weight looked all right.
Kan du nicht begeistern? Nein. Also bei mir war das nicht in der Weit.
Norway can't make the roll either, so still a chance for Switzerland if they could hit and roll in behind.
Ja, for nå er vi enige om å slippe ut. Så er vi
Achtung! Oh.
Nei.
Nee. No, it's good. Okay.
Just not doing enough. That one coming down to the nose.
Not moving anywhere, left or right. Straight hit. It's fair game for Norway now.
Ja, men da er vi tilbake. Og prøv kjapp, ja.
Kjapp er greit.
Ja, greit.
Yeah, I think he'll take a run at the double with this one. Into the skip stone, so important for Norway not to lose their concentration here.
Bra fart! Bra fart! Bra fart!
Nei, nei.
Played a delicate way actually. He's looking for the hit and roll.
Bra fart. Ja, vi gjør det. Bra fart.
Super staying off it.
The line's probably not there to play the double. It's very tight.
They could do with making it though, couldn't they?
I think if you make the double, you're probably not going to stick your shooter. So it's essential that Switzerland do pick up 2 points here in this 7th end. Didn't make the double, but just didn't push it far enough.
He was worried he'd lose the other one though. That was the big concern. So Norway still in a great position.
Jeg ikke så veldig keen på å flørte
Yeah, it was barely there to
Kan dra, men dere vil kanskje ikke det?
make the double and stay.
Kan dra.
The reason they're thinking about hitting the opener on the left
Det litt
is
risky.
if they come down, catch that red guard, they could chip that into the 12 foot and leave.
Kjapp på Ivor 2.
Switzerland, those hit for 3.
Rull inn, og så...
Du ser,
I think you play the scoreboard, you're 4 up. Those the wide one. Leave a double.
Ivor 2, siste ekstra.
Ja, det er ikke noe... Vi må ikke Ivor 3 nå da.
Vi misser jo aldri den dragningen.
Nei, den dragningen misser
So you
vi jo
play
ikke,
safe,
men det
you
kan
play
være
the,
litt risky at han ser halve da. Han må
play
gå
the
etter
scoreboard.
spilldobberen. Ikke sant? Det er det du...
Ja,
Ja, men hvis det er
I think
helt
that's
ned
what
på T-line her, så er det
will
jo
eventually come to. Playing the
yeah,
draw,
yeah,
you slip to the T-line, you leave it again. A half-stone double. Just remove one of the reds. The
Bra, du
open one
ruller så han må doble i hvert fall.
on the right as we look at the
Ja,
overhead
bra,
is the shot all day long.
2 opp med i 8 er bra.
vanlig.
Hvis du spiller vanlig, kan du rulle helt inn til centerline.
Ja, det kan jeg.
Beste er å rulle en kvartstein.
Det er beste det. Det beste er å rulle helt hit.
Ja.
Men
I'm sure they'll come round to your way of thinking
Ikke
eventually,
noe
Kenny.
mindre enn det, Torger.
Yeah, they've got a lot to learn, but they'll get there. No, these guys have been in this situation so many times before. They will play the scoreboard, and they have came to the correct decision.
Hadde det vært 2 opp, så hadde vi dratt.
I think the guys maybe just get caught up in the moment, don't take a step back and realise what they're trying to achieve in each end.
But a 5-1 lead does allow you a little bit of flexibility in your thinking, doesn't it? So here we go. In territory here where they haven't really been before. Side of the...
It's tight there. I think it's only one yellow, that back yellow.
Yep, think so.
Ja, det er rød. Ja, det er rød.
Rapshow.
So a nose hit for 2. Just needed that Yellowstone to curl, maybe an inch more, and it would have been perfect.
Still the right call. Still limiting Switzerland to just 2. Should he make this? Sven Mikkel. Be 5-3. The last stone of this 7th end in this 1v2 page playoff.
Nicely done by Sven Mikkel though.
Switzerland secure 2 points to narrow the gap.
Ja, mooi zo. Dat is klaar. Ik ben nou naast. Goed.
And after 7 ends, it's now Switzerland 3, Norway 5.
Toppelkaart.
Toppelkaart.
Jetzt geht's nicht mehr.
Großes Risiko. Sind wir schon im Stand. Wir machen schon Fehler. Ja, ja.
Quick drink. I think people don't realise how dehydrated players do get during the course of a game. 3 hours on the ice or so is a long time. Although Thomas doesn't do a lot of sweeping. Just doesn't expend the same amount of energy as the sweepers.
Nur klar. Bis 2.
Bringen die 3 nach.
Nein.
So we're in the 8th end now. You're watching live coverage of the European Curling Championships 2013. 1v2 is our featured game, but also keeping tabs on 3v4, Scotland and Denmark. 4-all in the 7th end.
Line's good. Line's good.
Yeah, Scotland's Dave Murdoch having to draw against 2.
Line's good.
Looking for the T-line. Sweepers look fairly happy with it. And it will be a single point. Scotland now 5-4 in the lead after 7 ends.
Very close game.
Einfach nach der Linie.
Ja.
5-3 to Norway in our featured game, the 1 versus 2. This to get to the final.
Ja, gaan we.
And they're all out helping here.
Okay.
It does get over that red hog line there. Has to be removed if it doesn't pass that fully clearly.
Jeg tror han går ganske...
Hvis jeg sier ja, så...
Ja.
Comparison of the leads, Kempeler and Pettersson. And really nothing to choose between them.
Does enough to move it off the centre line. If this hangs around on the T-line in the house, it's a great shot.
Measure of fortune there. Just hanging on in on the outskirts.
Neem een nice kaart there.
Ja, ja.
Jeg dreier jo det.
Benoit Schwartz down as the alternate usually for the Swiss team.
Good. Tip top.
Good.
Certainly doesn't look out of place in this team, does he?
No, he doesn't. Usually throws the last stones for his own side back home in Switzerland or on the World Curling Tour. Had quite a lot of success himself.
Comparison of the seconds. Bit of a mixed bag in there as far as Svea is concerned.
Når han Gert spiller nå det. Okay. Ikke fin lenger, tror jeg. Doch. Ja, sånn fungerer ikke.
Vier.
D-line.
5.
Linie ist gut, kein Platz noch. Warte, wenn es geht. Camping. Zieh, komm mit. Komm mit.
Good.
So Switzerland electing to come around that long guard. Not really sure you're going to steal many points from Thomas Olsrud with a stone that's in the 8 foot. You really need to be in the 1 foot.
Tynn hal, eller litt mindre enn hal. Ja.
Bare på plussida her, tror jeg.
Bra, med den isen. Hvordan satte du den siste der, som gikk ganske rett ganske lenge? Takk, så vi dreper den fortelling for den!
Ja, det køller litt der. Den siste jeg satt, den satte jeg på litt for mye, da sto den der. Så setter den på andre siden av linja, så står den litt sånn.
Hakk opp! Ja! Her! Ja! Push! Sånn! Hard! Ren! Så ruller litt ren, da.
Nice control takeout from Christopher.
Goed. Echt goed draaien.
Picking up was it a water bottle?
Yeah, these guys have got to keep themselves pretty hydrated throughout the game. They're on there for 2.5–3 hours. The teams do have 10-minute practice as well before the games get underway.
He was giving that to a member of the crowd, though. I think it must have been somebody dropped. I do enjoy that interaction with the crowd, but have to remain concentrated at the same time.
Okay.
Dan clean! Ikke mer å kjappe. Vanlig, eller? Det godt spill vanlig, men det ikke noe vits i å rulle hit bare, Torger. Bare pilene. 2 sitter bra på linje. Takk, fint. Vanlig 11. Spiller på klippen.
2/3. Cardio Pats and Torgen Ergaard. Ergaard 100% all the way. And Pat's not too far behind. It's one of the reasons why Norway have a 5-3 lead. That 3 in the second end, setting them up nicely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we've seen from Norway all week. Getting an early lead on a team and just sort of controlling the game from the first couple of ends.
Lots of very clean shots from them. No messing. It took Switzerland a wee while to settle, Kenny. First few ends. Take on the ice now. After that 2 in the last end, looking a little bit more confident.
This is a great shot though. Right up against that yellow. It's going to be difficult to remove.
Det går lett, Norge. 2 cm. Halt opp til tynn hal.
5 meter hindre.
This one's got some welly.
Ren.
Torgen Ergaard, so accurate at the takeout. Just quarter stone. Sprays the lot. Hasn't missed anything in this game. So solid. And as a skip, that's what you want as from a third player.
Yep, if he's playing well, makes your job an awful lot easier.
Det ser ikke gærent ut, men bare se det bitte snett.
Gut. 8 Fuß.
Nei, samtidig.
Ja.
Aber ich habe so hier.
Ja, ich würde ein bisschen höher noch.
Vorne, ja.
Vorne auch noch, ja. Så han I dag kom. Her.
So can Sven find a spot in behind this guard, fully covered?
Nej, ben I nyt.
Bra.
Og nyt.
I think he will.
Har du hele, eller?
Tror ikke jeg.
Jeg vet ikke hvor lurt det er.
Men nå har han oss, hva?
80! Ja. Det er liksom, hvis du skjaffer her, så er det ikke det. Nei. Nå drar jo han en her. Ja. Da vil du dra en oppånd, kanskje? Jeg liker det. Det er gift å dra dit.
There's a way through.
Ja, men hvis han hadde klart å rulle hit,
Yeah, I think the corner freeze just to come down and
Han må vise der oppe.
sit top of the maybe the 8 foot would be perfect.
Ja.
Ren dra.
Ja. Pass på, ikke for mye, da. Du må ha litt gift, da. Det er litt mye
You see
nesten.
the ice surface. You see on the left hand side of the sheet there how the frost is built up. You see in the middle how it's nicely cleanly polished with the pebble. That's where the main play's been.
Yeah, so it's always a risk heading down that left-hand side. It's uncharted territory, less reliable.
Ja, for vi kjente på drapfarta, så får vi shot der tidligere.
Ja, vi skal være bare 6-er her.
Ja. Okay. Jeg spiller 3 blank, så ordner dere resten. Snepp mindre! Melder fart I torget, så hvis den begynner å knelle gå for å lukke den på, så vi foran 10 likevel.
So Thomas Olsrud.
Plass, bare hvis dere må. Sva I så fall. Sva I så fall. T-line. Foreløpig litt mye plass.
Delicate weight here.
Må køle!
Vi må køle!
Må køle! Pass på, vi sitter shot! Nå går den!
Doesn't want to bounce off this.
Ja, bare her. Litt foran.
To sweep when not to sweep.
Ja!
We'll wait for the next one there. We'll head to Scotland-Denmark. 8th end, 5-4 the Scots.
Yeah, Dave Murdoch just played a nice corner freeze around the tight guard to make it difficult for Rasmus Sterna.
Pass! Whoa! Pass! Whoa! Pass! Pass! Whoa!
Super standing back off of this one. This one needs to pull a long, long way. Has he done enough to score one? He has.
It was close.
Yeah, very close, but enough, and the game is tied at 5-5 after 8 ends.
Okay, kan vi lige skrue lidt op, fordi vi ligner nogen, der har skudt I dag.
Ones and twos all the way in that one. Had a 3 in this, our featured game.
And a mistake from Sven Mikkel in the feature game. Just didn't curl enough. And you've got to think if Thomas Olsrud could play a nose hit here, be all but the game.
Når han nærmer seg linja, så køler han.
Det går ganske jevnt. Vil du ha der og vanlig da, eller?
Nei.
Der og 15?
Ja. Og der Håvard spilte softspillene sine, han setter dem på litt. Men det var mye høyere da. Det køler litt.
Forstyrrer litt den her, altså.
Hæ?
Forstyrrer litt.
Nei, ikke fra hekk, tror jeg.
Du vil heller gå andre vei?
Jeg tror jeg ville gjort det, men... Jeg synes den var irritert.
Hæ? Jeg ser fra hekk da.
Du ser ganske mye utsida.
Comparisons of the two skips. 80% overall for Thomas, 78 and up in all the others as well.
Det ikke noe vinkel mot den andre røde.
Nei, nå skal vi, den veien her kan vi kølle over ganske mye.
Hjul er i veien.
Bad luck for Sven and just not quite making the shots.
Yeah, what I would say is Thomas Ulsrud's shots have probably been less difficulty than Sven Mikkel's.
Vant opp! Rent! Rent!
Ja! Hardt! Har du køller? Kom igjen, hard!
What can Norway, what number will they get here out of this end?
It's going to be a 2, and the gap once again is 4 shots.
Crowd enjoyed that end. Plenty of support for this team here in this 1v2 page playoff. The winners go straight to the final. Huge amount at stake. Norway in a commanding position. Switzerland not down and out yet. But it's a hard road back when you're 7-3 down.
Vi må gå gjennom det her hver gang vi leder med 4.
Ja, greit.
Just checking the times when they're allowed to get going again.
Yeah, Norway electing to throw this one through.
Han var altfor hard.
Not wanting to leave anything in play, which could result in Switzerland rolling in behind.
And I guess the Swiss would expect them to do that at this stage with that kind of margin of win so far, margin of numbers.
Norway going to try and push this to one side with a tick shot.
Yep. Stop. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Some of these top teams have really perfected in the last couple of seasons.
Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Whoa.
A great shot from Halvor van Petersen.
What can Switzerland do against this type of strategy, this type of play from Norway? How can they get themselves into a position where they can score?
Yeah.
They've just really got to wait for a mistake. Hopefully Norway get a little bit complacent.
Right.
So this one should be around 15 seconds. It's actually 16 and a half. So it's pretty quick out there this evening.
So we can expect the same shot again from Norway. Christopher's way.
Yep, yep. Hard, 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 hard.
Yeah, moves both the guards.
So Switzerland have to start again. Start building again. Try and find a way to get some stones in play, make a score.
Karla.
Nu er klar.
Ser godt ut. Nei, så godt.
Yeah, both teams got plenty of time on the clock.
Ikke Thomas ganske rett, om anedeggen. Ja.
So you can expect this one to disappear as well.
Yep. Yep. Bra.
These types of shots really are bread and butter for the Norway team.
Karle. Kempi.
Ikke noe.
No.
Fijn, en hem los zo nog raus na. Ja.
So this Swiss side look a little dejected out there. I think they know that the game's maybe over. If they can't score 2 in this end, they're going to struggle to do anything in the 10th.
They are really up against it. But they'll have been in games where they've been down and they have fought back and things have happened, so they'll know things can't change.
Det er ikke jævlig lett å gjemme seg bak. Nei, det er ikke...
Ja. Vol. In de 12.
Takk, Seba.
Seba scoort.
In de 12.
Oh, ja.
Kans in.
Veel plat.
Ja.
So elected to draw around the back of this Yellowstone to force Norway to either play the freeze or maybe drive it back.
Lettest ut med den gule.
Spiller du 8 bare, eller?
Nei.
Switzerland trying all sorts to try and get something out of this end. But this man has been clinical in his shots in this game. Unlikely to see a mistake from him.
Just does enough to remove the red.
I'm sure that was planned. Really, Switzerland have played reasonably well, but they've come up against a very, very good Norwegian team tonight.
Linie scoort. Tja, meer stappen. Tja. Goed.
Just too far again.
Nei, men da I verste fall så slår
Nothing really working out for Switzerland in this end.
Half. Halvtreff holder lenge. Kan Stein Dogger. Hall er safe.
Ja.
Make them go away.
There you go. That's what's happening. That wasn't in Norwegian. Although all you listeners out there, in your knowledge of Norwegian, away they go.
Vi ser jo, ja.
Zoeken wir.
Will they still feel they've got a slight chance in this, or has it gone?
I think they need to score a 2 here on this end, Allison, if they had any chance. I think they'll still play on though.
Nej. Richting is perfect.
But this one needs to take a seat. And it does drift through.
Richtig gestummen. Jetzt kann noch ein Hintergrund hören. Die 3 zurück.
And I wonder if Switzerland are preparing to shake the hand after that.
Yeah, that was a sorry shot there, really, wasn't it? A kind of dejected, disappointing effort. Or we have really been so clinical in this game. Done the basics well. Very few mistakes.
Yeah, puts that one right on the pot lid. I think Switzerland will try and blank this end. Sven Mikkel's already off and out the hack. And has he made it?
That's enough. Congrats.
He's conceded, said that's enough.
Yep, they came up against a very, very good Norwegian performance this evening. They go to the semi-final game and Norway head straight to the final in front of the home supporters. They're delighted. Saying hello to his family. Really good performance from Norway tonight, and Switzerland couldn't really do much about it, Kenny.
No. Switzerland up against it from the word go. But a win for Norway.
7-4 victory over Switzerland. Thanking the fans for their support. They've enjoyed it tonight, the mainly Norwegian crowd.
Yeah, it's been a good turnout for this evening's draw.
Not too long a game, so plenty of time to relax ahead of the final for Norway. And Switzerland also live to fight another day. They've still got a huge amount to play for, Kenny.
Yeah, so there we see Norway through to the gold medal game. They are awaiting who would be either Denmark, Scotland or Switzerland to join them. Denmark and Scotland still playing to see who will progress to the semi-final. Scotland with the last stone advantage in that one in the 10th end. So all still to play for as we take a look at the 3-4 game.
No. Keep going, Scotty.
Double guard on for Rasmus Sterna. This game really has toed and froed. Both skips playing some nice draws, some nice takeouts.
5-6. Warning. Run near goal. Run near plus. Run near goal. Johnny said.
So, Michael Poulsen trying to get around into the forefoot. And you've got to ask yourself, is that going to be enough? Probably not. Dave Murdoch carrying the pin a couple of times in this game. Scott Andrews, 88% for the game. Looking for the double peel. Only takes the one off. So Rasmus, I'll just throw this one over the hog line. Michael Poulsen, 79%. Would I like that a little higher?
Midt på igen. Den her er ikke skide god at vinde på. Lige foran den anden guard, tangerer center.
Unfortunately, my Danish isn't so sharp as my Norwegian, but I think I'll just be going for this one a couple of feet over the hog line.
Kun over. Kun en over. Retning af plads. Stol til. Masser af plads.
And probably does enough with this.
Okay, man.
So we're going to take a look at the teams here. It's Michael Goodfellow at lead for Scotland. Scott Andrews playing second. Greg Drummond at third. And the vastly experienced David Murdoch at skip. And went for the double guard, but just mid it. And a look at Denmark. Truls Harry at lead. Michael Poulsen at second. Johnny Fredriksson, the third. Rasmus Sterna, the skip. So a poor game from Johnny Fredriksson at 69%. A long time third player for Ulrich Schmidt. Changed camps and moved to play for Rasmus. But that's a perfect shot. Double guard. Into the third stones. A little bit disappointing from Greg Drummond at 79% also.
Yep.
And just peels a single guard. Scotland, I thought maybe would have taken it the other way, just to make sure they didn't crash into that red and bounce the yellow into the house.
Plads. Overordning. Plads. Masser af plads. Bro. Masser af plads. 2%.
Once again, just looking for this one over the hog line, in line with the other yellow, not too close together.
I hvert fald ikke dig. I hvert fald altid dig. Det er fint, du er klar. Godt, Johnny.
And probably made it quite hard to play the double.
We might be better high side in the out turn. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a sensible call. The first one, they got a little lucky by not jamming on the outside red.
Maybe better with this. It's pretty straight to be fair. Yeah. Let's stick with this.
So I elected to stick with the end turn.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa. 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 Good.
Nice shot from Greg.
synes faktisk, jeg er ikke så meget i tvivl om, det ikke her, men det er bare lige for at få et input. Fordi
nice double peel from Scotland's Greg Drummond. Rasmus Denner, I think, he's probably just going to settle for that Yellowstone fully forefoot to try and win this game.
Så skal du faktisk næsten helt herind.
Probably look for something a little closer than that if you're going to.
Så går han bare rundt ovenpå den, ikke?
Outshoot Scottish skip David Murdoch.
Kind of agree on the guard, but it's rather when if you place, even if you place it high, he's got to get the obvious.
And
if you put it there.
Former Scottish international actually, and Swedish international James Drybra, now coaching Denmark.
Definitely in the Danish camp, without a doubt. He lives in that part of the world now, doesn't he?
Are you there?
He's been with this team
Don't you
for
want
a
it in
few
here?
years.
I don't mind.
There
him
won't be
seeing
any
that
guard.
one. He's not going for that tap in. If he goes for that tap in, he comes up on T-line, then you can just bump his back.
The problem is if he bumps on top of that and you put a guard on there, it's really tough to come and bump it back, and then he's still got the full forefoot.
If you put it there.
But then if you bump him back, he's still got the button to draw onto. I think you've got to put a guard on seconds. I'd put a guard right on the right line on our one.
Okay.
Seemed like he was talking sense to me there.
If you put it here, he's...
I think James agrees with myself. He doesn't think that the 154 is probably going to be good enough. He needs to be right in on the button to beat someone like David Murdoch.
Altså hvis han laver dobbeltclearing her, så spiller du på toppen af ringen.
It sends the tension out there. So much at stake at this stage.
Så går han efter den. For den åben.
Here we are at the skip stones of this 10th and what could be final end.
5 all. Altså prøv at se, hvis han kommer med den her.
Ja, så kommer det der styrtindlæg, jeg havde i 8. Så bare lige pumper den en halv sten med centergarden på, ikke?
See the time clocks there. Both teams got loads of time.
Der er ikke nogen, der siger, at det skal være nemt, det her.
Det er 2, ikke?
Jeg tror, det er lidt mere en stjerne i vejen. 2.
So following their coach's advice.
Ind på linjen, så den ligger edge, så hvis han går efter rullet, så kan vi komme efter med min, sådan der jeg havde i 8. ende.
Very good start on his draws. Rasmus Sejerna.
It's quite a high line in this, Alison. He needs to swing quite a bit.
Beginning to come now.
Finds a nice area.
A good shot.
Det ligger nogle gange, hvor den ligger, så tror jeg faktisk, den er okay. Så det er James gerne, han vil nok bare gerne have den længere.
Nah, I can't see anyone. Or we'll give this a run. Could give this a run. Yeah, the thing is we got to watch that we don't know, is that's the problem.
The only thing you can't do is like hit it, just not to hear.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Or nose. Yeah, that's called time. Time!
Now Scotland take a time out. Wait for...
I tell you, we can actually have a run at that, and if we pick the guard, we pick the guard. Like,
it's like here on the high side.
Here high this way. Like for me, a stick that is, you know.
Like that guard's so long. If they go round it, we can lose it.
So we're putting the guard against.
Yeah, high. I mean, we're always got out under the button, so there's no worries there. It's just whether
Soren
we
Grant,
really go for it
the
or
Scotland
not.
coach.
It's just whether we
Popping
really
down.
go for this or not, or whether we just pick. Because, you know, like curls are here and you're not, you're in a bit of trouble.
What are you talking about? Picking this one out?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, well.
No, you can't see. You can't see anything at Mikey Hurdle.
Yeah, you can. Oh, you can see.
Peace?
No, you put this next one.
If we
Norwegian team
pick the
looking
guard.
on. They're already
I don't know, he's probably
into
lying
the
to you
gold medal
somewhere, I would
game.
think.
Try to take a shot, put exactly there.
Yeah.
and in good shape. But who will
Yeah.
they face?
If you see any race, go find.
Boys think we can see a piece of this though. it's not doing a lot in there. Yeah,
peel on the guard opens up this side.
Yeah.
Opens up both sides.
Just straight peel. Okay.
So going for the straight peel, I think the pick is probably there, but if it over curls you, you would peel the guard anyway. Not much input from Scottish coach there, Soren Grant.
Just a peel.
Team probably fairly sure what they wanted to do, looking for some confirmation. There we go. David Murdoch, 86% on his 7 hits.
Hard play. Okay.
Yeah, so peels the guard off and already knows that he's going to have to play the draw to the 1 foot for the game.
Yeah.
Vi har ikke spillet en særlig mange sting derovre de sidste...
Det ved jeg godt. Han har den. Spørgsmålet var, om du vil herned. Eller her.
Det, jeg synes jo bare, at dobbelten er for kort. Det, jeg godt kunne lide ved den low high, det var, at han skulle ud og ramme på ydersiden.
David Murdoch's been in this situation so many times
Jeg så
before.
kun den derovre, han har. Men jeg synes faktisk, det er et meget godt sted at ligge. Altså her også, der hvor den var heller ikke katastrofe, for han kunne ikke bare komme ind efter den. Og han kan ikke gå den vej, for så rammer han aldrig midten.
Sammen eller hvad?
Ja, samme is.
It's probably about the same spot, maybe just biting or...
Kan vi ikke gå lidt længere ud?
Don't want to run too close and leave a double. Nose double.
Være sikker.
Skal ind og dække den.
Samme sted. Altså jeg ved godt, han har afhængt, men vi kan ikke dække det hele. Og hvis vi lægger den lige på
Just maybe show an outside edge of the Yellowstone on the tee line.
305. Ja, lige nede og touch 4. 3.
Sure, Scotland will be preparing now. They know exactly what they're going to have to do.
This is it for Rasmus Sejerna.
Denmark. Yep, på linjen. Yep, på retning.
It's a lot tighter line than the first stone.
Yep.
So that's a right tempter now for Dave Murdoch. Does he go after the double, or does he play the cold draw? In this situation, it's down to whatever you think's best.
Whatever you feel more confident with as well, and comfortable with.
Yeah. Just trying. Oh no, we can't take it. Can't take it in time. We'd have to be out time. It's like
that guard's not.
That's just what we said.
No. Yeah.
I think Dave's going to be pretty confident at playing this draw.
I'm just not too sure about playing on that straight side, Greg, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bad, but...
It's not straightforward by any means. It requires
I think he just knows it.
Right, okay, let's make it. Get away, throw in, normal?
I think normal.
Yep, that's good.
I'm going to go for the hit. Would have thought you've went for the draw.
They're all happy and already there. They've had a great week. This is it for these two teams though. They've done all they can. It's up to Dave Murdoch, the Scotland skip. Last stone of this 10th end.
How close is this? And I think he's maybe just squared that one up the hill, and he has, and it's going to be a steal of one for Denmark. Dejected Dave Murdoch turns his back.
Very disappointing from his point of view. Scotland going to the bronze medal game, but it's Denmark who progressed to the semi-final. A steal, a 6-5 win, and you know, sometimes that just happens in curling. It seemed as if Scotland had it in the bag.
was just a tempter from Rasmus Sternley. Put it in a great spot.
Very sportsmanlike, and he must be absolutely crushed by that shot. But it's Denmark who progress. Scotland have a chance of a bronze medal, but that's not what they came for.
Sorry, guys.
The agony and the ecstasy. And here we see it again. And I think he knew pretty much straight away.
Yeah, just maybe threw that one up the hill, as I said, just at the end, just the release. Knew straight away that he was never making that. So really surprised he didn't play the draw. He's been so accurate with the 4-foot draws.
You can see that with the percentages as well. Maybe when they look back at that game, they'll revise that and reconsider, but it's gone now. I guess you learn from these things. But this man's played well, and we were to greet Lenny Nielsen, the women's skip, congratulating him for getting to the semi-final game. Disappointment for Scotland. Jubilation. And this was our feature game, Kenny.
Yeah, second end. And Norway already sitting 3. Thomas Olsrud with a chance to pick up 4 and get a great start in this game, but just put a little bit too much weight on it and it would drift through. But a nice start and a 3 in the second end. Fourth end, it was Norway again lying in a strong position. Swiss skip Sven Mikkel having to play a tap on the tight red. Bumps it just into the 4-foot and would get on the scoreboard. The game was at 3-1 after the fourth end. We move on to the 8th. First time that Thomas Olsrud had an easy attempt for a 2. He hits in the nose and hangs around. 9th end, enough was enough for Sven Mikkel and his Swiss team. 7-4, Norway were the winners, and Norway progressed to the gold medal game, while Switzerland dropped to the semi-final. So there we see Scotland falling 6-5 to Denmark, and Norway winning 7-4 over Switzerland. So there we see the playoff now. Switzerland-Denmark in that semi-final. Scotland dropped down to the bronze medal game. They will play either Switzerland or Denmark. And it will be Norway awaiting the winners of that semi-final.
Thomas, congratulations into the gold medal game. How does it feel?
I mean, this is perfect. We are on home ground. A lot of people supporting us, and it's just this is what we trained for all year.
Did you feel the love from the crowd there then?
I did. They actually gave me some advice as well. We had sort of like almost a time out there, and I sort of like asked the crowd, "So what do you guys think?" And they're like, "We don't know the game, but I think you should place it in the middle." So.
And did you?
Yeah, we did. So that worked out pretty well.
Your team were clinical. They did the basics really, really well tonight.
Yeah, they've been like this the whole week, so it's been easy skipping Team Norway this week.
Do you feel you've been put under any great pressure in so far?
No, we had the last game against Scotland though. They had us pretty much going there. We lost in a tight game there, but no, we've been really good right off the start. So and from there on out, we've just been playing defensive, and we're pretty good at that.
And you're always a confident team, but winning helps that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and especially at home ground, you know, and when you do well at home, I think it gets even better. So this is perfect.
And into the final, obviously, don't know who you'll play yet, but you can rest up and just watch what's happening.
Yeah, so they come to this great arena and watch the semis and see who we're going to play in the final. That's a good plan.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, so that was winning skip Thomas Olsrud. They are into the final of the European Championships. So from the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013, day one of the Page playoff, it was Norway progressing to the final, and Denmark, they are into the semis against Switzerland. Scotland, they await in the bronze medal game. So from Alison Walker and myself, Kenny Edwards, from the Sumark Arena here in Stavanger, Norway, thanks for listening.